Curtis Selby's time, breaking down the stories every view will unwind. From left to right we'll see the light. It's balance we're chasing, no fighters fight. Curtis Selby talking it straight. Let's hear both sides, let's communicate. Politics and reason, let's find the truth. Curtis Selby's here to bridge it for you. Debates, insights, it's all on the screen. Curtis Selby, keeping it keen. Hit subscribe, stay a while, let's dive in deep with Curtis Selby. The combo's unique. The combo's unique. Days out with the cheerful whistle and guitar riff. Debates, insights, it's all on the screen. Curtis Selby, keeping it keen. Hit subscribe, stay a while, let's dive in deep with Curtis Selby. The convo's unique. Curtis Selby, talking it straight. Let's hear both sides, let's communicate. Politics and reason, let's find the truth. Curtis Selby's here to bridge it for you. Debates, insights, it's all on the screen. Curtis Selby, keeping it keen. Hit subscribe, stay a while, let's dive in deep with Curtis Selby. The combo's unique. The combo's unique. The combo's unique.
Welcome everyone to the Tired Midnight Blogger, what blogs in this case at 2:03 p.m. Today, we're having the Tired Blogger watch party of the Mission in honor of Pope Francis passing. This is the 1986 version. There's evidently a 2023 movie by the same name. This one stars Robert De Niro, Jeremy Irons, and has one of the earlier appearances of Liam Neeson. He does not have a particular set of skills in this one. Instead, he is a Jesuit priest. Well, I guess he does have a particular set of skills, just different skills. Let's take a look at the chat. John Ponterero. They call him John Ponterero. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad to see you here. I think if you haven't seen this movie, you will really appreciate this one. Accounting sheet. Hiya, hiya. How ya doing? And I see over in Rumble is this jerk named Curtis Selby. He owes me money. I wouldn't trust him. The Stream Elements bot is running. Learn how to customize the bot here. I sure as heck need to look that up one of these days. And hail to Jeff B. Hail and well met. I hope that you enjoy the show. As most of you know, I can't run this straight on a YouTube. It's one of their few policies that I think is reasonable. I get you don't want a bunch of angry people hollering about their copyrights. So we posted on Cosme, where we basically have a private-ish showing for those who want to watch. Also, I have posted a poll up in the thingamabob with 4 topics for next Monday or Tuesday. Probably Monday, but possibly Tuesday, depending on how the days go. I was thinking about talking about the hero's journey, the divide between the sexes, should we seek prosperity, and healing for struggling creators. So far, the divide between the sexes and healing for struggling creators is tied 50-50. Please feel free to vote and let me know what you would like me to talk about, or if you think all of those are silly. If a bunch of you say something in the chat about what you would rather would listen to, let me know there. And Resolute Germ, hail and well met. I was honored to be streaming with you, Gorillas, and Admiral Teague on watch party of the television version of Feast of the North Star, because I am the true practitioner of Hotuk Shinken. The monks in this movie do not practice Hotuk Shinken. You will find that this movie has considerably fewer exploding heads than did Fist of the North Star. So, let me see. Is there anything else I need to be talking about? I guess I will promote the creators that are in here. Accounting Sheep, please check out this wonderful gentleman. He has some of the best parody music in the land. It's pretty good. You will be happy. You will smile. You will laugh. You will wonder about your sanity. Check out his stuff. And Resolute Germ does all the wonderful watch parties on Saturday and various other things. So please check out this wonderful gentleman here. And you'll be glad you did. Tell him the Tired Blogger sent you, and you can get $1.99 taken off of any $1 million item in his shop. I'm pretty sure he said something like that. Yeah, $1.99 off of any $1 million purchase. So anyway, of course, that's just a joke. Now YouTube will be, he's trying to take money from Resolute Germ. We must demonetize him. All right, so let's go into the Cosme. John Ponarero is not worried about trolls eating his face, but is more worried about weasels. Let me take a look at what he sent me. Ooh. Wow, weasels ripped my flesh. Wow, the mothers of invention. That's crazy. I may try to put that. In fact, I think I shall. I shall so do. Weasels. .jpg. Okay, and then hopefully Cosme shall be kind. Please, Cosme. Please be kind. Weasels. Ha! There we go. I've shared on Cosme what John Ponarero shared. Okay, I think I've given people enough time. If anyone comes in late, that's their problem. Okay. We shall begin the movie in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I cannot hear it. Can you guys hear it? Maybe it's being silent for a reason. Or maybe Cosme just doesn't like me. This was winner of the Cannes Film Festival. The historical events represented in this story are true, occurred around the borderlands of Argentina, Paraguay, and Brazil in the year 1750. Viewer discretion is advised. Is it too loud? Loud enough? Let me know. It seems a little loud on my end, but and yes, Democrats get their hairstyles from this people. And Branson's river rides have gotten really weird. Welcome, welcome, Gorilla Censored Thoughts, swinging in while taking a break from chores. He's on a roll today. Awesome sauce. Thank you for joining in while you could, and hope you enjoy the what you get to see. Here we have some Native Americans throwing away a perfectly good white boy. It's such a shame. The counting sheep says, "See, I told you not to buy the waterbed. They always leak." Yeah, we had a leaking waterbed when I was in college. Michael Caine would have done a great job in this. This guy did good too. Liam Neeson. Neeson. He came with a particular set of skills to avenge the passed away priest. Yes, Cassie. Yes, I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. You got all wet when I let you out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Would you stand still and let me show you to the people? Like, no, get stuff. Every time I see that name, I think of the artist for Mad Magazine. And I know Trump let go of the limit on water and showers, but this is ridiculous. Yeah, yeah, Stuart Craig, not Daniel Craig. But there's interesting stuff in here, but I don't think there's any Daniel Craig shenanigans going on. I could be wrong. If you like pina coladas, getting caught in a waterfall that's about to kill you. The soundtrack of this movie is just phenomenal. Back when I still used to listen to NPR, they do their classical music Sundays, and I'd listen to it driving on my route. And the NPR guy said that he used one of the songs from this film for his wedding. Consult the Book of St. Croll. Consult the Book of Armaments. I wonder if he did his own stunt there. Ooh, delicious. I'm glad he started playing. Now we know right where to shoot. John Pontiff, there's never been such shower better than there's never been such a better shower than this one. Everybody knows this one is the best. Well, that was rude. His knapsack contains a bunch of Happy Meals. Well, that was really rude. You may join our village. Come, we will have boiled missionary. See, this is why I don't like Robert De Niro. He didn't have to shoot those people. Man, I don't think I'd like riding on a horse with, facing the back to a horse. Oh, pretty lady. Convert them to Christianity. This must have been before Pope Francis's all religions are equal speech. Jesuits. Oh, counting sheep. I'm not even going to read that one just in case. Devil with the blue dress, blue dress, blue dress, devil with the blue dress on. And De Niro played the devil. Played a really good devil, actually. I patterned my one of my the demons in D&D off of his devil. Tension. Successful, happy people eat drama flakes. You know that cross works on vampires, not devils, right? Yeah, I don't want to hear it. Yeah, one of my liberal friends posted on Facebook about how all of his heroes like to punch Yahtzees, which would be fine if we were actually talking about a Yahtzee, but Mardi Gras. Oh, he's speaking of Jeremy Irons, of course. Yeah. And this Mardi Gras is no fun. Nobody's showing any. Yes, I told him I've cemented your doom. When are we going to bring back tri-corner hats? Shake your groove thing, shake your groove thing, yeah, yeah. Well, hey, well, just let him go. My name is Rodrigo Montoya. You slept with my girlfriend. Oh, you want me to quarrel with you, huh? I see who the better swordsman is. See, if you could just be like certain American politicians and have no conscience, this wouldn't bother you at all. And howdy, howdy, Lester San Jose, the Skeptic Tank. I hope you were doing well. Her too? Let's gloat over him. Gloat over him. I am waiting for Vicini. He told me to go back to the beginning. Yes. You talking to me? You talking to me? I've always thought this was an incredible symbol of all kinds of things, really. But whether you want to call it the burden of sin or the burden of our worries and anxieties, it's a very apt symbol. I mean, it would be hard enough without the armor, but with it, geez. Way to go, Liam Neeson. It's like the Rock of Sisyphus. You carted all that way. Now you got to cart it again. Because democracy sucks. Is that JB Pritzker he's pulling in? But Robert De Niro, mud wrestler. I'll be dang, that guy's crazy. Come on, we have another shrunken head to make. To me, this is one of the most moving moments in all of cinema. He made slaves out of them, and they set him free. He's like, okay, what's this all about? Help, help, he's being repressed. Come on, we're gonna have pork tonight. Boy, a hog is so hard to catch, and then trying to hold it like that. Oh my gosh. Come on, you get the honor. No, no. And he falls on a rock and breaks his head. And every last one of those kids is now in their 40s. And in order to celebrate, the Gorani have him for supper. Teach him that punching people in the face is kind of mean and rude. And in order to celebrate, we will have centipedes and tarantulas. Oh, yeah, you probably forgot this guy. Portuguese. Yeah, all that dust. And in this chest, Count Dracula. And in this chest, Lady Carmilla. Now we get to see what this guy's got to do with all this. That's a nice chair. It's really comfy. Ah, hail and well, Space Fraggle Kapla. Glory to you and your house. At least that is the intent, is to pay respect to the Pope. And yes, indeed, Awu, Charlotte, rest in peace, Pope Francis. And weasels. Don't forget the weasels. He's got a sloth. Oops. That was a fox pass. I got better. Wow. But what about the monkey? Just a little patience. This would be tough, but I love how I love what happens next. That little kid. That will do. he does. He does what he's told, but he's still got some spirit. I want to bring back tri-cornered hats. Hail, Connie Cleary. Welcome, welcome. We're about halfway through the mission. Monkey. this this movie accounting sheet. This movie is funnier once you notice the natives all have the Three Stooges Moe haircut. It's an entire tribe of Moes. Nyuk, 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 hit my fist. Yes. Mo better. John. No, it's all good, Connie. Don't worry about being late. I'm just glad you're here now. I just hope you enjoy what you see. Actual footage of them fighting off the missionaries. Yes. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Hit my fist. Let's get him. We've had enough of this peace and love crap. Let's show him what for. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Hit my fist. There's YouTube, there's Facebook, Twitter. Thank you, Connie. Or Liam Neeson will beat you up. All the federales say we could have had him any day. We only let him slip away. Out of kindness, I suppose. This Guarani, they know how to party. Their children have pet monkeys. Their society really is more enlightened than ours. Hmm. Overfed monkey. The Cardinal decided to put on a straw hat and join the cast of Hee Haw. From here to there, nothing can compare to Hee Haw's all jug band. Hey, this tribe has topless chicks. I do want to save the Guarani. And they start throwing coconuts at them. You will be our guest for dinner. Democrats must be so conflicted over this movie. Converting people to Christianity is bad, but naked children. Yeah, exactly. Well, they probably played this at the Epstein Island for very different reasons than I'm playing it. They only play the kazoos right before they shrink ahead. And the traditional pre-mass wrestling match. And here we see them shoving their children into piranha infested waters. This is where Trump discusses how he's going to deport all of them. Good question. Why do I get the impression that Stohawai means this guy doesn't know what he's talking about? Accounting sheep. Maybe if you'd left more money in the collection basket, they wouldn't be kicking you out. Tim says, time to convert the natives, I see. Right on. Welcome, welcome, Tim. Some there are who call him Tim. And the bishop or the cardinal was later dumped down the waterfall. End of movie. Great movie, huh? Yeah, Tim, I understand. I don't mean that in the way that it actually happened, right? Accounting sheep. Natives are sounding awfully Protestant lately. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's with respect to my Catholic brothers, there's reasons why the Protestant movement happened. Uh, Again, that doesn't mean that all Catholics are bad or wrong or going to hell, but there were reasons why it happened. This may have had some part in that. I mean, it had already been going on for almost 200 years, but hmm, those who live by the sword shall cut off people's heads. And here's the classic scene that's on the covers of most of the VHS and DVDs. him trying to get back into practice. Tim makes a good point here. At some point, it happened. Move on. You can't change the past. And yeah, that's true. What happened happened. I love this scene. Tim, you shouldn't apologize for it. Now, I know the Pope did for stuff that happened in Canada, but that was still in living memory. Yeah, I hear you there. And I am pretty unapologetic about anything that happened before my day. Like you say, I cannot help it. I can apologize for the things I've done. I think there's going to be a special place in hell for this cardinal. What do you think? I don't know that, honestly. I have no idea. But he's got to be thinking some stuff at this time. Yeah, you can't apologize for stuff that happened 200 years ago. I have not watched that movie. I'm looking it up right now. Film of an Irishman who tries to transport a steamship over the Andes. Tries to build an opera house in the middle of the jungle. Wow. It's got a 74 on Rotten Tomatoes. I had not even heard of this movie. This is The Mission. It is basically Jeremy Irons, I'm reading from IMDb, plays a Spanish Jesuit, goes into South American wilderness to build a mission in the hope of converting the Indians of the region. Robert De Niro plays a slave hunter who is converted, joins the Jesuits in his mission, When Spain sells the colony to Portugal, they're forced to defend all that they have built against Portuguese aggressors. Oh, you know already. Okay, I got you. Fitzcarraldo. Очень interesting. Directed and written and produced by Werner Herzog. Huh. It's got Klaus Kinski, otherwise known as Count Orlok. That's so cool. We may have to put this up as another watch party. What they need are ninjas. John Wick. John Wick would probably help. And he hasn't killed anything since the times when he was a mercenary. The British are coming! The British are coming! Play Freebird? Leonard Skinnerd. Oh, this is the scene. Same Werner Herzog from Mandalorian. I don't know if I have the strength to live in a world like that. I know Voltaire thought that what the Jesuits did was horrible. It just depends on which side of the story you want to hear, I suppose. God at his computer. I sometimes feel that way. The piano must go up. The key that says smite. Oh, I missed that. Yeah, I think God pushed a few of those buttons at this time. That had to have been a hell of a feat bringing Cannon up that thing. Werner Herzog is a weird name. Kapla? Is he saying Kapla? God, they're Klingons. Nissan season. Nissan season. Guy with the poofy tri-cornered hat. He'll be the first against the wall when the revolution comes, which is probably why the YouTube doesn't want to monetize me for saying stuff like that. Consult the Book of Armaments. You really haven't understood the Bible until you've read it in the original Klingon. Tim gets the reference about the first against the wall. You do. I hope you do know I'm mostly kidding about that. The time for me to do something like that long past. When do we get back to the time when we were wearing poofy wigs to go fight a war? Tim, I'm not going to repeat that one, but yes, this film is full of those things. You probably couldn't make this movie anymore, which is weird because you would think that the message would resonate, but I I doubt that it would. I don't know. Well, they made a good start. Meanwhile, back in Vietnam, uh, at least they're good Christians taking prisoners and stuff. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 this war is a dream. Cue the Benny Hill chase music. This is not what I signed up for. I actually can understand shooting at the ones that are fighting, but I don't understand this. This is BS. Yeah, we can't kill them yet. Wait till the service is over. Let's at least wait till they take the collection. That they finally got the order right. There's the coffee and the donuts afterwards. Can't interrupt that either. Right on. What church do you go to? I don't get coffee and donuts at mine. Don't let the priest get away. I think I played that D&D campaign. Raid the ATM machine. Yeah, you guys are they're toast. We may go down, but we're going to take you with us. Actually, I think we probably stopped doing that 20 years ago. Accounting sheep? Are you talking about coffee and donuts or ATM machines? Na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Goodbye. We also see the difference between the competent officer and the incompetent officer. Panic at the disco. Hey, they got tri-cornered hats. Yeah, I took a scene from this. Obviously, I had to cut out the part with the boobies and things. My ex-wife always said that I watched this for the boobies. She really doesn't know a damn thing about me. Yeah, this couldn't be made today. Absolutely, it couldn't. Oddly enough, they would think they're being moral by not making it. And yeah, that this is their. That's why I'm able to watch this. Is I realize that to them they're not being sexual or puerile. It's just that's how they are. I got to give De Niro's character this. He is a badass. Oh, accounting sheep, you have a great point. If those topless girls identified as boys, then you could still make it. So let's get some USAID money over to this, to the Garanine and tell all of their girls that they're actually boys. Man. Uh, what do you do? Do you destroy the enemy or save the kid? He chose to save the kid. Uh, yep. Too late. Too late. They detected and disarmed the trap. Isn't it good that we brought civilization to these savages? And I don't know that it really matters, but I love that the that Indian just picks up the holy relic and keeps going. For all I know, he may be stupid, but at least he's no coward. And I love this last line. Thus have we made the world. And at the end, like I say, it doesn't really matter, but at least the cardinal understands that he had a part in this pointless slaughter. I like this too, and not because of the puerile reason, but because of what they do here. They basically come back and try to salvage what they can of the civilization that they had started to build. The Indians of South America are still engaged in a struggle to defend their land and their culture. Many of the priests who, inspired by faith and love, continue to support the rights of the Indians for justice, do so with their lives. The light shines in the darkness does not overcome it. I'm glad. I hope you liked it, John. I hope you liked it. It's okay if you didn't, I but I hope you did. It's a hard movie to watch, but it's actually still one of my favorites. I think this is literally the first time I've watched it without just breaking down bawling. Hey, this had hairdressers and wig makers, seamstresses, shoemen, a shoe man. It has a shoe man. It has a publicist. It's something Disney should think about. Hey, good afternoon, DJ Ronnie G. Howdy, howdy. You're here at the very, very end, but welcome, welcome. You have missed a lot of blood and carnage, but significantly fewer exploding heads than there were in Fist of the North Star. Sorry, I absolutely want to hear the rest of the music, but I got to turn it down. It's giving me a headache. It turns out that when you translate the music, it's saying that the tired blogger is a big dodo head, and that he is the reason for all the terrors that happened 200 years ago. Well, there it was. The mission, somewhat loosely, but not terribly loosely based off of actual historical events where the Jesuits, right or wrong, helped lead a rebellion against the worldly powers. Again, I'm not saying that they necessarily did right. That's what I thought when I was a kid. Now I don't really know. But I got to admit, I don't know what I would do in that same situation. I think I would just hope that God would show me what to do and hope that I did it. I am going to steal a page from deleted scenes and consult the scrolls. As we know, this is the mission. With the cast of Robert De Niro, Jeremy Irons, Ray McNally, Aidan Quinn, who died valiantly, Sherry Lunke, who really looked good, Ronald Pickup, Chuck Lowe, and one of the earlier movies, one of the earlier appearances of Liam Neeson. Deep in the jungles of South America, two men bring civilization to a native tribe. Now, after years of struggle together, they find themselves on opposite sides in a dramatic fight for the natives' independence. One will trust in the power of prayer. One will believe in the might of the sword. Trivia: Robert De Niro was one of the few in the cast who did not become ill with amoebic dysentery. Goose. Near the end, when Father Gabriel marches with the indigenous as the Portuguese are shooting, one elderly indigenous woman in front of Father Gabriel is shot. Blood bursts onto her white loincloth. She keeps marching, suggesting that she missed her cue. And yes, one of my favorite quotes from this movie, there's a couple. Sadly, they only give this one, but if might is right, then love has no place in the world. And it may be so. It may be so. But I don't have the strength to live in a world like that, Rodrigo. I also like the line, I wish they had listed it, thus is the world. No, the world is not thus. Thus have we made it. Crazy credits. At the film's very end, after the final credits, Altamirano gives the audience an ambiguous, almost accusing look, as if he were asking it, would you or would you not have done this? There's an alternate version in the Blu-ray version. The Warner Brothers picture logo is plastered with the 2003 variant. The soundtrack was by Gabriel's Oboe, composed by Ennio Morricone. And the release date, October 31st. It was released on Halloween. Great. It's this great Halloween film of 1986. Countries of origin were UK, France, United States. I don't know if there's much else that needs to be read. I wish there was more on this. It had a budget of $24,500,000. Evidently, it didn't do very well. The opening weekend, it did $40,366. So it was not a moneymaker. According to IMDb, it only grossed $17,504,819 worldwide. So it was a money loser, but still not as big a money loser as most of your current Disney things. So I don't know what you thought. I've always loved this movie. My brother-in-law, my sister's husband, introduced it to me. A lot of my favorite movies were movies he introduced to me, like The Princess Bride. I'm having a senior moment. Lots of other good movies. Jeff B. Good flick, minimal dialogue, a lot of choir music, doesn't cover up the insane politics. Yeah, and I mean, the movie is kind of saying that the Jesuits were right, but now that I'm older, I realize that I think you could probably, hopefully enjoy this, even if you thought that the Jesuits were wrong. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe you have to believe one side in order to enjoy it. I remember a friend of mine criticizing it as nothing more than Christian propaganda. Maybe. I don't know. I again, when I was younger, I condemned and despised the cardinal. Now that I'm older, I I can't find it in my heart to condemn him. I really can't. Um, let's go ahead and call it a stream. Hello to everybody. To General, you are all now generals in my army. Go forth and conquer. And YouTube demonetized me. This guy owes me money. Oh, you know what? Before I get too far ahead, let's see what our topic is. Our topic is the divide between the sexes. 40% of you voted for that. Close second, 33% healing for struggling creators. And then tied for last, I'm assuming maybe 1 or 2 votes each. We have the hero's journey and should we seek prosperity. So then Monday or Tuesday, probably Monday, because I don't work Monday, we will do a talk on the divide between the sexes. It's a difficult topic, but I have covered it before on my blog, so I am happy to talk about it now. Of course, I have a bias. I'm a guy, so I'm biased toward the guys, but I also know that at some point we've got to stop this scorning and deriding each other. It's not helping anybody except for, well, you know, the globalists who want to divide us and make us into slaves. John Pontorero, thank you very much for showing up, for the music, the links, the prayers, all the support. Thank you so much. I think that Rumble was working, but I don't really know. But it is all well and good. If I'd been smart, I would have tried to figure out some way to actually put the film on Rumble. I'm working on things. Counting Sheep, thank you very much for your kind comments, for your support, and for the music that you make. Please check out this gentleman. He will put a smile on your face with the crazy antics of his music. Jeff B., thank you very much for showing up and for your kind comments and support. Resolute Germ, thank you very much for hosting this morning with Saturday morning cartoons, where we watched Fist of the North Star. It is true. Hokuto Shinken. Ken wouldn't have put up with this crap. He would have saved the Indians and made the Portuguese and Spanish kiss his ring. You thought I was going to say something else. Check out Resolute Germ. You will be glad you did. Say this tired blogger brought you, and he'll knock off $1.99 from $1 million shop. I'm just teasing. Gorilla Censored Thoughts, getting chores done. Thank you very much for your support, for your comments, for having me on your live streams, for sometimes being on my live streams, and maybe, I don't know about most of all, but it is high in my estimation of you. Thank you so much for the intro song. I think it is so good. Thank you. I appreciate it. Lester San Jose, the Skeptic Tank, thank you very much for showing up and for your comments. I'm hoping and praying that your health is continuing to improve. And check out this gentleman. He has some wonderful videos as well. Very philosophic turn of mind, and also very geeky in the good ways. Plus, he's Mr. Smith in disguise. Space Fraggle, Kaplaw to thee. Hail and well met, paying respect to the Pope, amen. And Charlotte Night Star the Werewolf, oh, please check out her channel. She's got all kinds of wonderful stuff, wonderful music, wonderful interviews, film watches, books, stuff, everything you can think of. You will be glad you visited her channel. Check out her Patreon as well. If I was smart, I would have left a link to my Patreon, but DJ Ronnie G, another wonderful creator here with very informative videos. Please check this gentleman out. Show everybody some love. Jeff B, good flick, minimal dialogue, a lot of choir music, doesn't cover up the insane politics. That would actually be a good review for Big Al. I wonder if Big Al has done a review of The Mission. Jeff B, Generals and Majors, XTC. Right. DJ Ronnie G liked the movie. I'm glad that you did. Well, good afternoon, everybody. I don't even know what to say at the end of this one. My normal farewell feels just a little bit hollow. Obviously, I had my differences with Pope Francis, but not to the extent of wishing him ill in the afterlife. I hope that he is resting with Jesus. I hope. Just because he disagreed with me on politics, that has no bearing on the state of his soul. So I really do hope that he's in heaven and being blessed. I hope that more of us will find a way to love each other in spite of our political differences. And I hope that we find a way to quit putting I actually am a capitalist. I'm not saying we should become a bunch of communes and things, but having said that, I would love it if we could find a way to make people more important than our greed and our politics, and stop butchering each other and start loving each other. I know, it's all so lame and sappy. DJ Ronnie G, Mrs. Palpatine, I do as well. How cool was that? The Pope looked like Emperor Palpatine. He did. I mean, no disrespect, but he did. And like that photo of him and JD Vance, I don't know if that's photoshopped or not, but it's. I know. I shouldn't maybe have the gallows humor, but it's funny. It's priceless. He looks like he's cowering away in fear. So, all right. I hope all of you are blessed. Whatever you may happen to believe, whatever you may not happen to believe. I'm not quite going so far as to say that all religions are equal, but I don't have it in my heart to consign anyone to hell for religious purposes. But that I'm not the one that calls the shots. God does. So, all right. God bless all of you. God bless Pope Francis. And God bless all of the people that we've lost through our lives. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Take care and good night.